We're going to take a look at one more item as we find angles, kind of an algebraic connection again. The information we're given is that A and B are complementary. So we've got two angles that hopefully by now you remember complementary means they add up to 90 degrees. So we're trying to find those two angles, and we're given some information about them. We did something similar before, except for we saw it on a diagram. Here you're just given the information. The first thing that I would do is write out what you know about complementary angles. And you could say angle A and angle B have to add up to 90 degrees. Because they are complementary, that's what complementary means. And again, once you might look at that and say, well, that's an extra step. But once you get this, all you do is substitute now. Measure of angle A is 11x plus 24. So here's 11x plus 24. The measure of angle B, we know it to be x plus 18. I have no idea what this actually looks like if I was to draw this out as a diagram, but I know they're going to be both going to be acute angles that add up to 90 degrees. Okay, so if I have this, even though I can't see the diagram of it, I can solve for x, and then once I solve for x, I can plug it back into these expressions to find their actual measurements, their actual values. So let's combine like terms. 11x and x is 12x. I've got 24 and 18, so altogether that's 42. And we're setting that equal to 90. Let's subtract 42 from both sides, so I've got 12x over here. That'll leave me with 48. 90 minus 42 is 48. Divide both sides by 12. And so I know x is equal to 4. Okay, almost there. I didn't actually quite find what we're looking for. We're looking for the actual measurements. So if I look back here and say, well, measure of angle A is 11x plus 24. Measure of angle A equals 11x plus 24. And now I take this 4 and I plug it in for x, because that's what we found x to be. Measure of angle A is actually 11 times 4 plus 24. Measure of angle A is 44 plus 24, and altogether that must be a 68-degree angle. Okay, we found one of the two angles. And again, at this point, you have the option of either doing the same thing with measure of angle B, which wouldn't be too hard here at all. In fact, you could do that one in your head. If x is 4, just plug in 4 for x. 4 plus 18 is going to give you 22. Okay. Measure of angle B is 22 degrees. The other thing is just to recognize, hey, if they're complementary and they add it up to 90, 68 plus what would get me 90? And that would be another way to come to the conclusion that measure of angle B must be 22 degrees.